I'm Saduddin Azmi. I'm a medical gastroenterologist at Virinchi Hospitals, Banjara Hills, Hyderabad. So today we are going to talk about a very important topic which is affecting a lot of people in our country. Precisely, it is gastroesophageal reflux disease, or GERD as it is more commonly known. So what is GERD? GERD is a condition where the food what we eat or the water or drink whatever we drink, it comes back from the stomach as a reflux through the esophagus and sometimes through the mouth. So it is gastroesophageal reflux from the stomach to the esophagus and then coming out through the mouth. It is a very common symptom. So how common is it? Approximately 6 to 8% of the population at any point of time will be suffering from gastroesophageal reflux disease. What are the causes of GERD? GERD is, there are a few notable important causes of GERD. One of them is development of a loose sphincter. There is a sphincter in our body which controls the movement of food from the esophagus to the stomach. And when that sphincter becomes lax or loose, that is one of the important causes of gastroesophageal reflux disease. Another important cause of reflux disease is the development of a hiatus hernia. When there is a hernia at the gastroesophageal junction, that hernia prevents the lower esophageal sphincter from closing properly, and that causes reflux. Another important cause of GERD is neuropathic and motility disorders of the esophagus. Whenever there are problems with the nerve supply or the nerve transmission in the esophagus, then also people tend to develop symptoms of GERD. What are the alarm features of GERD? GERD can sometimes lead to important organic pathologies. Alarm features, first importantly, vomitings which are persistent, refractory, intractable vomitings. Need advice urgently. Any patient who is vomiting blood, urgent consultation is required. Any people who is having symptoms of dysphagia. Dysphagia is where people cannot swallow the food, or they feel as if the food is stuck somewhere in the food pipe. That is also one of the important alarm features in dysphagia in GERD. And also sometimes people tend to develop pain which is not responding to normal medication, weight loss, loss of appetite. These are all the alarm features of GERD. When to seek help from GERD? People who have refractory symptoms, not responding to a trial of oral medications, people who are losing weight rapidly, people who are vomiting out blood, people who have poor quality of life secondary to GERD to severe to an extent where they are not able to concentrate on their activities of daily living. All these things require medical intervention and urgent attention. What are the treatment options available for GERD? As per latest data, we have a lot of options available. They are divided broadly into medical, surgical, in surgical, endoscopic surgery or open surgery. Medical management, most of the times it requires rest, reassurance, lifestyle modification, because GERD is a problem of lifestyle disorder. So if we can modify our eating habits, lifestyle, position, exercise, many of the times patients feel good response. Second, medications, short courses, they help. Important endoscopic procedures that can help GERD. We have something called fundoplication, where the sphincter which is loose, endoscopically a small stitch is made and the sphincter is tightened. In that case, people will have good relief from symptoms. Sometimes if the patient do not respond to any form of medical or endoscopic treatment, then they can undergo surgical fundoplication also. So there are a lot of options available from the end of no medicines to the end of surgery. But important point is to assess what is the underlying cause and then advise the patients accordingly. And then if the patient is taken through a series of treatments starting from basic to above, then they will have a proper response. So we have an important question coming up, which says that there are so many people who are using proton pump inhibitors for a long time. Please remember, proton pump inhibitors as a category of drugs are very safe. They are class A drugs, can be used safely in pregnancy, but as the dictum goes, anything for long or excess is harmful. So as per recent studies, we have come to establish few important proven side effects of proton pump inhibitor. One of them being development of atrophic gastritis. People who take basically what proton pump inhibitors do is that they suppress the acid production in the stomach. So prolonged acid suppression in the stomach will lead to atrophy of the gastric mucosa. So when the gastric mucosa is atrophic, digestion and absorption of certain important minerals is affected. Sometimes people end up developing iron deficiency, deficiency of calcium, and a deficiency of other important minerals sometimes. These are the effects that have been proven, but the important point to be noted is these effects happen over a period of long term daily intake, approximately 8 to 10 years. Studies have shown that people who have taken proton pump inhibitors for about 8 to 10 years continuously on a daily basis, they develop these side effects. There is always the theoretical risk of people developing stomach cancer, prolonged duration of proton pump inhibitors for a long time. But as per literature available today, there is no definitive link between long-term usage of proton pump inhibitors and gastric cancer. These people who eventually developed gastric cancer, they had some other underlying causes and additive factors also. So the theoretical risk is there, but no proven risk. Proven relation between iron deficiency, calcium deficiency, bones becoming weak over a period of 8 to 10 years of daily usage. This can be said with surety as of now. GERD is an important cause of esophageal cancer. What happens in GERD is that because of the gastric contents refluxing into the esophagus, the lower part of the esophagus completely burns out. Chronic irritation leads to a condition known as Barrett's esophagus. Because of Barrett's is a proven pre-malignant condition. People with Barrett's have a 6% chance of developing esophageal cancer. So, and that risk increases with every year of Barrett's duration of the Barrett's esophagus in patient. So, GERD theoretically can cause quality of life related issues, but long term it has been proven via Barrett's esophagus to cause esophageal adenocarcinoma, and its incidence is increasing. Hence the need to survey, treat, identify and treat quickly. It is an important point.
Virinchi Hospitals. Right to science.